Welcome to the Vanlife Rocks channel. I just wanted to get the ball rolling again, and I am back in the Spirit Avenger. Boom, boom, boom. Sitting inside the Dodge Ram 2500 V8 Magnum van. I call it the Spirit Avenger because I don't know, I seem to be going with this Avenger theme for a lot of the cars, a lot of the vans I've been doing. So this video's idea is kind of a quick update for what to look forward to in the next couple of videos. I just uploaded the day one rattle can paint job video. I don't know how many days it's going to take to do, but we're doing it can by can as I can afford to get more cans. Again, the whole point of this channel is to build every van or every vehicle. Well, sorry, let me correct that. The point of this channel, at least for this build, especially for this build, is to build the entire van using no out-of-pocket cash. No out-of-pocket cash from like working my jobs and stuff like that. However, it will cost cash, of course. So to get the cash, the exception to the rule is I do what I do best. I find treasure hunting. So I find items on the side of the road, near dumpsters, things people discard, curb alerts, things like that. And I take them home. I fix them up, be it furniture, electronics, whatever I find. And I fix it up or I decorate it or I make it my own so that I can flip it for cash. That cash is the only cash I'm allowing myself to spend on this build. The whole point is to help fight homelessness. Not just my own, but hopefully when it's all said and done and I get to this channel rises and all that fun stuff, I want to be able to build these as cheap and as affordable and find them for as in the best condition possible for as cheap as possible, so I can collect them and give them away after I build them out and make them cool, a nice little off-grid home out of them. And that's the goal of the channel. Not only to fight my own homelessness, but to fight my friends. I can't tell you enough how frequently I am encountering people from my other social media, friends I've been friends with, who end up going homeless. The rent crisis is through the roof. Jobs aren't paying enough to cover rent, and if you don't have like 15 roommates to cover your bills, you go homeless. Every year they raise the rent. If you're already in a place, they'll still raise the rent on you, so what can you do? Wages don't go up, but rent sure as hell does. So for me, I've discovered my own skill set to combat this issue for myself, and I'm hoping to extend that to others, and that is the goal of the channel. I want to build this vehicle out, as the previous videos have been stating, is I'm trying to build it as cheap and as affordable as possible. Only cash I'm willing to dump into it out of my own pocket is if there's any mechanical needs, such as like replacing an alternator or a starter or a battery or any car parts. So far, I picked this one out beautifully. It has none of those issues. The only real issue that I've found on this thing is it could use an alignment, but it drives just fine otherwise. And maybe like a tune-up, like new belts and new hoses at some point. It looks like the previous owner did do a recent like changing out the spark plugs and changing out the harnesses and stuff like that, so that's cool. But as far as the mechanical end of this thing, it's already pretty sound. I don't have to really do a whole lot to it. Alignment, maybe a brake job, that kind of thing, but for the most part she's good to go for whoever gets it next. Now for myself, and for hopefully selling it, upgrading it for profit, that initially I started out doing this wanting to do it for profit, find these things cheap, fix them up for profit, and sell them, you know, make money and continue doing this. However, I've kind of had a change of heart. I kind of want to do the same idea, but a little spin on it with trying to give these away to my subscribers, preferably my other homeless friends. You know, friends, subscribers, you know, people like that, my viewers, my fans. The story's good enough. If it touched my heart, maybe a contest, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to work out that kink, because right now I'm still just on the build and getting this done. Now, on the other hand, my last van, I had an issue with all the electrical, the Kia Sedona, all the electrical just kind of went to shit, like suddenly. Perfectly good working van, paid $500 for it. Low mileage, is like 180 miles, 180,000 miles on it or something like that. And I expected that thing to run forever, but it died. And it wasn't a bad death. I was able to just figure it out. It was just the alternator got corroded with a bunch of gunk on it, so I cleared the gunk off and put in a new alternator, and it was fine. But I wasn't sure if I wanted to pass that kind of headache onto someone who's already down on their luck. If that was not the only electrical issue, I didn't want that to be a big problem. Nothing's worse than being already broke and having inherited a nice gifted vehicle or something like that to live in, built out, tricked out, has all the off-grid survival needs, and then boom, dies on you. Then what? What do? You got no money to fix it. You're struggling. So that one I use as trade fodder to get this one. So I traded it, did the upgrade and trade flip idea, and I got the Spirit Avenger. A nice, badass beast of a vehicle. The problem with it is now, again, it doesn't have mechanical issues, but it's just, I'm considering still flipping it for an upgrade, because I myself am in a situation now where I'm not going to be able to continue doing this if I don't take care of myself first. So I'm looking to downgrade to a Prius and possibly using the sale of this to fund that. Once I'm in a Prius, then I'm saving on gas and I'm living in it and I'm doing that kind of thing. Wow. So I'm able to save more money to invest in the next build, and hopefully that one is going to live up to the purpose of the channel and give it away once it's built out and safe, sound, and ready to go. That's the goal. I'm thinking going forward though, after trying out, I haven't tried a Prius, but I've sat in a few, got the visual of it. After being in a camper, or in a cargo van, massive, to me this is a mansion on wheels. But ideally, the best between two worlds that I've discovered is the minivan route. So if I'm going to keep doing this, I think I'm going to keep going for the minivans to give those away. They're cheap. They're a lot easier to find. Most of them can run for a while or forever if taken well care of, if you replace the right things. Great on gas, and they're good to just kind of keep going. Enough space for like a single person or maybe someone with a kid or something, or a pet, to be able to get off the street and live in it. That's the basic goal. I could do this with regular cars. I've been kind of toying around the idea if I can just get like some what we call winter rats up in New York. You just get a cheap little car that is good for like maybe through the winter, and fix those up, $500, and you got yourself another vehicle you can build out and live out of. That was kind of something that I was thinking about, but I'm kind of wanting to stick to the van life theme, for one, for the channel's sake. Two, they're big enough to live in and be comfortable. So that's kind of the route we're going with this. Future builds beyond this one, I'm thinking of sticking in the minivan route. I do have the Midnight Avenger. I just don't own it yet. It's on lease or whatever, so we're paying to get that. So I haven't built that out yet, but I will be doing like little things with that vehicle in the transitional time periods and stuff like that. So there's that. Again, the whole purpose of this channel is to find these, build them cheap enough to where I can afford to give them away to the people in most need of them. Whether or not I'm successful at that depends on the success of the channel. If the channel was able to take off and pay that way, hell yeah, that would be ultimate. I wish more people out there doing this van life thing would catch on to the idea, if you're done with your camper van, give it away. It depends. Everybody needs their money. Everybody needs to get what they can out of their stuff. But, if you could afford to, you should. To people who need it, not so much people who are weekend campers and people who just want to experience like the light end of it. People who need it. Like I was saying earlier in the video, it's like the housing and rental crisis is through the roof. Right now, the house that I got my children in is like 2,200-2,300 a month for like a 3-bedroom, and it's a house. It's not like a townhome or an apartment, so I expect to pay a little more for that. I get it, but it's the same thing if you go like anywhere nowadays. It seems like almost all places the rent is just way more than the basic person's ability to survive. So I mean, if you don't have anything better than a minimum wage job, you're screwed. And I know the goal in life is not to grow up to aspire to be in a minimum wage job. However, the way the world is working now, not everybody's able to just run out and become doctors and lawyers and house flippers or realtors or anything like that. So regular people like me who are trying to figure it out, who are just eking by, don't have many options out there. But thankfully, just before that all happened, I just found Vanlife, Chrome's channel, and started watching that. And right in the beginning of when he was taking off doing something kind of basic and bare bones as this, so I was like, that's my calling right there. I know how to do this. I know how to fix these little things up because I'm mechanical and junky and stuff. I've done some construction jobs in my lifetime, so I know how to kind of build like little things, home furnishings and things like that. So it's like, I need to combine my skills. Plus, I'm really awesome. My biggest talent is, I think, finding free shit. Side of the road, curb alerts, all that kind of stuff, and taking those and repurposing those into new ideas. So it's the creative end of this is why I got into it. So there's that. I wanted to combine all my talents into one, and that's what led me to Vanlife, as well as cure my own problems. Outside that, how do I survive if all my funding's going to that? You know, A, get more jobs. B, reduce cost of living. And that's kind of always been my philosophy, is if you can't make money, at least save money. Save money is almost as good as making money. So if you can cut your cost of living down to your bare needs, you'll find yourself a lot less stressed. For me, I've been living basements, attics, garages, closets all my life. I have learned how to live in small spaces, is what I'm saying. Why not combine that idea and jump in the van life idea, you know? And that's what led me to this. To me, I'm sitting in this thing, and it is a beast. It is a mansion compared to some of the things I've lived in. So, I mean, I got the bench I'm sitting on right now. I've literally used beds this size, like other couches. So I can be comfortable just laying on just this bench, but behind me is a whole queen size bed taking up the rest of this thing. I have 2 sleeping areas in this if I want. I'm calling this area my living area, my studio, and kitchen, dining, all that in one. And that area, the bedroom. I would love to keep this vehicle personally, but for income's sake, I will be getting rid of it. The reason I'd like to keep it, because it's a mansion on wheels and it's a beast, and it could fulfill all my goals as far as traveling, adventuring, living comfortably. It could fit all my stuff. I have quite a bit of stuff, not a lot, but just enough to fill it up pretty good. Like, I got guitars and stuff. A Prius is not going to really fit all my guitars and things like that. I got 4 guitars and an amp. Not going to fit in a Prius. Not really fit too well in a minivan. So I'm going to have to figure that out. When I go into downsizing, that's where I'm going to go with that. Gonna have to get rid of some stuff. Gonna have to change my lifestyle. Figure out what I really need, what I really don't, which I've already almost got down. So welcome to my van life channel. Welcome to Van Life Rocks. If you've been paying any attention, please subscribe, please comment, keep it going. It's gaining some pretty good traction. I wasn't really expecting much. I did get in this because I want it to take off, but who doesn't? But I've been seeing the numbers constantly increasing on views and stuff like that. I should be making these videos a little more engaging, I figured, so I'm trying to do that. I am working over on my other channel, and I've been doing more vlogs because those are a little bit easier for me to pull off. This one, not so much. The weather's been such crap lately. I haven't really gotten out and built on it or anything like that, so there's that. Would I love to live in this full time? Hell yeah, I could easily do that. Would I love to give this one away? I'm still kind of debating it. If I can get my shit together before I have to sell this thing for the flip, I would. Just give it away to one of my subscribers or one of my fans or friends or whatever. Whoever I discover needs it the most. I'd love to do some, I hate to call it contest, but some kind of system to figure out how to give them away once I've built them. And make it worthwhile, make it fair, make it unbiased, that kind of thing. But we'll see. Again, that's the goal of the channel. Whether or not that happens or not is up to the success of the channel. The success of what I'm trying to do. Thank you for watching. I dragged this one for a good minute because I wanted to really express what this channel is about, because I don't know if I'm really getting that across in the other videos. Those I kind of just jump right into whatever I'm trying to do. This is the vlog version of what I'm doing for this channel, I guess. Nice live update, let y'all know what I'm doing. Everything else beyond this is to the future. Let's figure it out. Thanks for watching.